July 15, 1975. The beer capital of America becomes the baseball capital of America as Milwaukee is host of the 46th annual All-Star Game. The All-Star fever reaches its peak today. Everybody from ground crews to stadium workers to sports fans have caught the fever here at County Stadium. All-Star fever begins early as the kids chase for autographs. Those youngsters get the same jump on an autograph that Willie Mays used to get on a fly ball. What a catch. He caught a catfish hunter. The chance of a lifetime here today getting autographs. There's been a state fair atmosphere here for 2 days, and the fever keeps building as this crowd starts to fill the stadium. It's been 20 years since the people of Milwaukee hosted an All-Star game, and they're eager for this drama to unfold. On the field, the players say hello to old friends. Even the rival managers find time to relax. Sailors really do have more fun. Hall of Famers Mickey Mantle and Stan Musial keep the flash bulbs popping. And the big bats, well, the big bats are getting ready. On the field and in the stands, the fever mounts as the countdown to game time continues. And plate umpire Bill Haller, using the special mud found only on the banks of the Delaware, rubs up the usual 96 baseballs. Get the shine off that ball, Bill. And blue-clad usherettes and some equally colorful fans brighten the scene. And the arrival of Secretary of State Henry Kissinger adds a touch of international color. The National League players enter together. And there are the American Leaguers.
From the Milwaukee Brewers, outfielder Hank Aaron.
The record crowd delivers a standing ovation to baseball's all-time home run king. Hank Aaron was a Milwaukee Brave sophomore the last time the All-Star Game was played here. Amarin Hank belongs to Milwaukee again, and the hometown fans love it. The fever rises as the All-Star captains are introduced. Stan Musial is the National League choice. And 20 years ago, Stan the Man's home run gave the National League an extra inning victory right here in Milwaukee. And Yankee Hall of Famer Mickey Mantle is the American League captain. Mantle also hit a home run that same day. A U.S. Navy color guard continues the pregame ceremonies. For a while, Dr. Kissinger leaves diplomacy for the diamond. The traditional opening toss is caught by Minnesota's batting champion, Rod Carew. Both are alumni of New York's George Washington High School. Two distinguished careers on two different playing fields. Now, baseball's All-Star Game is about to begin. The starting pitcher for the American League is the Oakland A's Vida Blue.
Right fielder Pete Rose.
Leadoff batter Pete Rose. The Cincinnati Star breaks out of his 1-for-12 All-Star slump with the game's first hit. And after Lou Brock lines to Rudy in left field, Cincinnati's second baseman Joe Morgan jumps on an inside fastball for a base hit. Bobby Bonds, on one hop, fires a perfect strike to Greg Nettles, who nails a diving Pete Rose. Let's take another look at it. Good slide, good tag, and a great throw by Bobby Bonds.
but I think that I can help some of the other outfielders because I know all the hitters, how they hit the ball, which ones will hit and run, and a lot of things. So I think I could definitely help my other outfielders.
Third Cincinnati starter is slugger Johnny Bench. Bench's all-star average is a red-hot .444. Vida's 3-2 pitch cools him off as Campaneris takes a pop fly behind third base in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Pirate left-hander Jerry Royce makes his first appearance in an all-star game. Leadoff batter Bobby Bonds is playing his first all-star game in the American League. And he flies deep to Pete Rose. And after Rod Carew flies out, Thurman Munson comes to bat. And Royce, with the breaking pitch, hits the Yankee catcher on the right leg, and Munson becomes the American League's first base runner. The Pirate left-hander Jerry Royce gets the dangerous Reggie Jackson easily. Jackson takes a called third strike. The inning is over. Vida Blue against Steve Garvey of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who was voted most valuable player in last year's All-Star game. Top of the second. He gets his pitch, and there she goes. A home run for Steve Garvey. The National League leads 1-0. Now it's Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon. He gets his pitch, measures a curveball, and there she goes into the left field bleachers. This blast is the 100th home run hit in All-Star games, and it marks only the third time back-to-back home runs have been hit in All-Star games. The last time was in 1956 when Mickey Mantle and Ted Williams connected off Warren Spahn, and all three are now in the Baseball Hall of Fame. There's Munson trying to settle down the Oakland Star left-hander Vida Blue. Ron Say, the third Dodger in the starting lineup, is up there. Count is 3 balls, no strikes. Say drills a fastball in the left field. Base hit. And that brings up Dave Concepcion, the Cincinnati shortstop. Vida Blue's fastball gets Concepcion. Vida has his first strikeout. Royce, a bunt, but watch Vida Blue make a good play, and Ron Say is out at second base. And that brings up Pete Rose. Rose sends one deep to the opposite field. Looks like it's trouble, but Reggie Jackson near the wall makes the catch for the third out. The National League picks up 2 quick runs on 3 hits. Joe Rudy will lead it off. Looks like a base hit, but Ron Say's strong throw, and Rudy is out. After Nettles pops out, Gene Tennis hits a sharp ground ball to short. Tricky hop. Concepcion is momentarily shaken up on the play, but stays in the game. This is the All-Star game. He wants to stay in. Campaneris, making his 5th All-Star game, singles past Joe Morgan. The American League has its first hit.
Batting for Blue, number 44, Henry Aaron.
And there it is, what they've been waiting for. Manager Alvin Dark sends in Henry Aaron to pinch hit for Vida Blue. And this marks Aaron's 24th All-Star appearance, and it ties a record. The Milwaukee fans respond. No doubt what's on their mind. Hammer and Hank. But baseball's all-time home run king hits a broken bat line drive to Concepcion for the third out.
Now pitching for the American League, number 40, Steve Busby.
Steve Busby is the American League pitcher at the start of the third. This young Kansas City Royal right-hander has already pitched 2 no-hitters in his brief career. Lou Brock of the Cardinals lines a single to left center field. Joe Morgan is the hitter. Busby, a quick throw, and Chris Pellicudis, the umpire at first, says balk. And Brock goes to second. But Busby bears down and gets Joe Morgan, one of the best offensive players in baseball. Morgan pops to tennis. Morgan will let go of that bat. Still got it. With Johnny Bench at bat, Busby tries to keep a close tab on Lou Brock. But it doesn't work. There he goes. Safe, a stolen base. Watch it again. Munson has to hurry his throw, and it's wide. 3-0 pitch. Johnny Bench drills one past the third baseman, scoring Brock for a 3-run National League lead. Steve Garvey homered his last time up. Singles, his second base hit of the game. Runners at first and second. Jimmy Wynn steps in. His ground ball is short, forces Garvey. Carew's relay is high. Wynn is safe. National League has runners on first and third. And Ron Cey is the batter. Cey's drive looks like extra bases, but Joe Rudy makes this incredible one-handed catch. Let's take another look at it. Watch this play. Well, you need the good inner souls for a play like that. Joe Rudy. Bottom of the third, Jerry Royce. And his breaking pitch gets Bobby Bonds for the first out in the bottom of the third. The Pirate left-hander faces Rod Carew, a real professor with that bat.
I just try to pick the pitch up because sometimes if you come out here and try and guess with a guy, you know, he's going to make a good pitch. You might be looking for a certain pitch. You're not going to get that pitch. So I just try to pick the ball up and hit the ball where it's pitched.
And Rod Carew picks out his pitch and hits it. After Munson flies out, Reggie Jackson, a power hitter, hits one to deep short and beats it out for an infield hit. That brings up Joe Rudy. 2 outs, 2 on. Deep ground ball in the hole. Long throw by Concepcion. Gets Joe Rudy to end the inning.
Shortstop number 13, Dave Concepcion.
He leads off the fourth. And Concepcion lines a fastball to left. And with the Astros' Bob Watson at bat, Concepcion breaks for second. Munson's throw, right on the money, out. Watson and Rose fly out to end the inning to score National League 3, American League nothing. And Dodger ace Don Sutton is now pitching for the National League. Sutton is off to a great start this season. Greg Nettles leads it off. Strokes it for a single, a change of pace. And after Tennis flies out, Campanera singles right back up the middle. And it's runners on first and second now. Texas Rangers star Mike Hargrove steps to the plate. Last year's American League Rookie of the Year. Well hit, deep to right field. Rose is going back. He's going to have room. Makes the play. But Nettles tags up and moves on over to third. Good running by Nettles. And with Bonds swinging, watch his pickoff. Campaneris is out. Let's take a look at that again. What a throw. This takes a good arm, a good quick play. Big favorite with the fans, Johnny Bench.
For the fans to be picking you, it just means that much more added incentive for you to try hard and, of course, to aspire to be the best you can at your position. And when people are voting for you and they pick you as their #1 selection as a catcher and they're thinking of catching, I hope that they always think of Johnny Bench as long as I'm playing baseball.
In the top of the fifth, White Sox left-hander Jim Cotta, 21-game winner last year, sets the National League down in order. Bottom of the fifth, Alston's decision to move Rose to left field pays off. A great catch. Watch it again. Bobby Bonds is the hitter. A sinking line drive. He's got it. Watch his body take a bad bounce. These are the kind of incredible plays that the crowd has come to expect of Pete Rose, and he certainly hasn't let them down. Charlie Hustle. After Carew grounds out, Munson singles. And the record County Stadium crowd of more than 51,000 is rooting for an American League rally. Go Navy.
Running for Munson, Claudell Washington.
The Oakland speedster Claudell Washington comes in the game to run for Munson. Good jump. Safe easily. And look who's wearing a Milwaukee cap. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger. Reggie Jackson caught looking again. The inning is over. Jim Cott again retires in National Leaguers. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 6th. Cott pitches like he's got to catch an early plane. This is New York Mets ace Tom Seaver, and he's Waller Alston's pick for the bottom of the 6th. There you saw Alston giving the change to the umpire. Seaver, coming into this game, owns a 13-5 one-loss record and a 1.85 earned run average. But Joe Rudy says hello with a base hit. Greg Nettles at bat. Pinch runner Hendrick takes off and makes it. Got the green light, gambled, and made it. Seaver gets Nettles on a 3rd strike. Tennis draws a base on balls. And after Red Sox star Fred Lynn flies out, Carl Yastrzemski comes to the plate, pinch hitting for Jim Cott. Seaver against Yastrzemski. Fastball, and there she goes. Way back. Home run. Let's take a look again. Yes, ties it up, 3-3. And now the American League fans have something to cheer about and more to hope for. Seaver gets Brewer, George Scott on a changeup, and that ends the inning. It's all tied up.
Now pitching. And batting ninth, Catfish Hunter.
Jim Catfish Hunter, the New York Yankees stars, the American League's hope to stop the National League. Hunter quickly strikes out Philadelphia Phillies star Luzinski, the National League's leading home run hitter. Chicago Cubs' Bill Matlock sends one to left center field, and Lynn takes it for the out. Here's Pete Rose. Single up the middle, his 2nd base hit of the game. American League pitchers had retired 10 straight batters before Rose's hit. Cardinal manager Shane Dean's coaching at 3rd. Mercer. Nettles, a fine pickup, long throw in time. And the Catfish is out of the inning. The Mets' John Matlack comes in to pitch for the National League. John was Rookie of the Year in 1972. First batter to face him, Minnesota Twins' Rod Carew. Matlack strikes Carew out. Here is Claudell Washington. Singles up the middle. Youngster can really run. Fastball high to the White Sox star, Bucky Dent. And Billy Martin, coaching at first, talks over the situation with the speedy Claudell Washington. And he can run. Matlack must have been listening. Washington is picked off. He's out. Matlack with good stuff, strikes out Bucky Dent. This side is retired.
Your attention, please. Batting for Derby, number 24, Tony Perez.
3-3, top of the 8th. 2 out, Catfish Hunter faces Cincinnati's Tony Perez. In the 1967 All-Star Game, Perez gave the National League its extra inning victory with a home run off the catfish. But on a full count, Perez looks at a called third strike, and catfish puts the National League down in order. George Henrik. Henrik with good power, legs out an infield single despite a great play by Dave Cash. Greg Nettles' grounder forces Henrik at second, but Nettles is safe when Boa's relay is wide. Matlack strikes out Gene Tennis. A pass ball moves Greg Nettles to third. But the American League threat ends as Fred Lynn becomes John Matlack's fourth strikeout victim.
Center fielder Reggie Smith.
In the top of the ninth, the National League jumps on Hunter. The Cardinals' Reggie Smith singles to left as Claudell Washington misses a try for a shoestring catch. Pittsburgh's Al Oliver lines into deep left field. The ball skips by Washington as Oliver is in safely at second. Let's look at it again. Al Oliver, another good hitter on that power-packed Pirate club. Manager Alvin Dark has a meeting at the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change. Chicago White Sox relief specialist Rich Gossage is the new pitcher. 2 men on base. Gossage hits Larry Boa with a fastball that loads the bases. Brings up Bill Madlock, the National League's leading hitter. A clutch situation. His first All-Star game. Bill Madlock.
Playing with the best, but I want to be on a winning team, which is the National League, I hope, so I'm just going up there, trying to help the National League to win, any way possible.
And this will help. Madlock drills one past Greg Nettles, and 2 runs scored. The throw to the plate gets by Gene Tennis and allows Boa and Madlock to move up. National League leads 5-3. And Pete Rose continues to haunt the American League. His deep fly ball scores Boa. And Madlock slides into third. San Francisco Giant Bobby Mercer grounds out. Dave Cash of the Phillies also grounds out. The inning is over, but the National League scores 3 runs. Manager Walter Alston brings in San Diego's ace Randy Jones, and he has to face 3 tough hitters. Kansas City's Hal McRae, Milwaukee's George Scott, and Minnesota's Rod Carew. McRae taps back to the mound. Easy out. 1 tough out. George Scott, swinging at a sinking fastball, is the 2nd out. Now it's Minnesota's Rod Carew. Lifts a fly ball to Gary Carter, the Montreal rookie, and the game is over. The final out. And the 6-3 win gives the National League its 27th victory in All-Star competition. And the players congratulate each other. Look at it. Somebody said that the All-Star game is just another game. Dr. Kissinger adds status to the Commissioner's Trophy given to the game's most valuable player as he and Commissioner Bowie Kuhn present this year's trophy to New York Mets pitching star John Matlack and Chicago Cubs batting star Bill Madlock. Matlack and Madlock, hurler and hitter. And that about sums up the National League victory as the curtain closes on a star-filled night in Milwaukee. The 46th All-Star Game is now history.